Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and time now for your favorite section, the nation's sharpest opinion, where nowadays the most popular phrase that the whole country is talking about is deep state. What is the deep state? When the apparatus or system or organization or power center of another country operates in a clandestine way, in a stealthy way, or through hidden means to influence the operations in another state, another country. For example, the Americans use their deep state to try and influence the Congress party. So the deep state works to influence the Congress party, and Congress party becomes a parrot of the American deep state. This is my view, that the Congress party is an American deep state parrot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, people may or may not agree, but this deep state is not only happening in 2024. There was another kind of deep state. A very deep state, ladies and gentlemen. When the British said they had left India, had they actually left the country? Or through their deep state, were they trying to influence the operations in India even after leaving India? Or did they think that they would have people who would continue to influence India, so India would actually not be independent? That these powerful people, through their powerful connections, would continue to influence India even after independence. In that context, the nation wants to know, and the entire nation wants to know, what was the platonic relationship or whatever intimate relationship between Edwina Mountbatten and Jawaharlal Nehru all about? Was it only a personal relationship? And I'm not saying this, ladies and gentlemen, that it was a personal relationship. So congressmen, don't get too worked up. Pamela Hicks, the daughter of Edwina Mountbatten, has accepted it. That there was a deep platonic / romantic / intimate relationship going on between Edwina Mountbatten and Jawaharlal Nehru, to which it's their personal business, nobody gives a damn. But if Edwina Mountbatten was trying to push British interests or influence the mind of India's first Prime Minister, because of her relationship with him, then the nation has a right to know. Now, all of this truth is there in the letters between Edwina Mountbatten and Jawaharlal Nehru. And these are part of a whole group of letters between Nehru and Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, Padmaja Naidu, J.P. Narayan, Jagvir Javan Ram. But most importantly, the letters of Edwina Mountbatten, who is described as a person with a quote-unquote underlined, in bold, font 100, profound relationship with Nehru. So Edwina Mountbatten had a, quote, profound relationship with Nehru. I don't know how profound this relationship was, but let me come to the questions. I want Sonia Gandhi to hand over those letters to the people of India. Now, there is a report, and the BJP is saying that Sonia Gandhi has run away with those letters. According to the BJP, Sonia Gandhi has taken the letters away from the archives and put it in her personal locker. She says this is personal property. Now, Ms. Sonia Gandhi, I completely disagree with you. This is not personal property. If this is true, you must hand over the letters immediately. Just like you must hand over many things. You must hand over your agreement with the Chinese. The agreement between Rahul Gandhi, Congress party, and the Chinese Communist Party, the only political party of China, that must also be handed over to us. We have a right to know. All this Chinese deep state, American deep state, and British Raj deep state, the influence they have had on the Congress party must come out. When you keep questioning Savarkar, keep questioning the RSS, keep questioning all nationalists in the country, then do we not have the right to ask you questions? What was the relationship between Edwina Mountbatten and Nehru? Did Edwina Mountbatten, question 1, have a great deal of influence on the Nehru-Mountbatten plan that led to the partition of India? Should we sit down and accept that because of a personal relationship between Edwina Mountbatten and Jawaharlal Nehru, matters such as the partition of India will be decided? What is this? Is it the personal property? Is it true or not that a UK tribunal refused to release copies of the Nehru-Edwina letters and the Mountbatten-Nehru correspondence, claiming that it would jeopardize India, Pakistan and UK relations? Why? What was going on between Mountbatten, his wife, and Jawaharlal Nehru? Is it true or not that the same tribunal in the UK refused to release the Nehru-Edwina letters to protect the UK royal family? What is so secret? What is so explosive in those letters between Edwina and Nehru? If these are simply platonic relationships, I don't care. But if they have had an influence on the politics and future of my country, then let me tell you, nobody in this country will tolerate it anymore. In a year, in 2024, when we are talking about the deep state, this is the deep state. Did the deep state of 1947 impact the immediate future of the country? What was in the Nehru-Edwina letters that would jeopardize the UK royal family? Is it true or not that any revelation of the complete Nehru-Edwina correspondence might reshape public understanding of India's partition and independence movement? Is it true or not that it was upon the advice of Edwina Mountbatten that Nehru took the Kashmir issue to the United Nations? Now these Congress people don't want to debate. Was she the extra constitutional authority? Was she the NAC of the 1947 to 55 period? Is it true or not that the entire situation in Kashmir today would be different if Nehru had not followed Edwina's advice and gone to the United Nations? Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, and these people don't want these facts to come out. And enough chamchas of the Congress party around. Enough chamchas who don't want this truth to come out. But these are the tough questions which will be asked and which must be known. It is not for any other reason, ladies and gentlemen, that this Congress party has tried to change the writing of the history of this country, because the real truth of this country comes out. The extent to which some people have betrayed the people of the country will also be in the public domain, and the people of this country will know and vote on those lines. Is it true or not that the Congress leader Sonia Gandhi had deputed someone to take away the Jawaharlal Nehru papers from the Nehru Memorial Museum and Library in 2008? What is it that Sonia Gandhi wants to hide? Why is Sonia Gandhi trying to hide the Nehru-Edwina letters in the exact same manner like the United Kingdom? Why won't Sonia Gandhi now allow access to the letters that were part of the Nehru Memorial Library's record under Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi? What changed in 2008? Remember, it was a pre-election year. And those who follow Indian politics know that the Congress party was not sure of coming to power in 2009. Is it that they feared that if they lose power, then these sensational papers will go out and somebody will reveal the truth? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a hot debate, so let's debate.
Exchanges between former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and Edwina Mountbatten is no longer available to our scholars. Courtesy Sonia Gandhi, who says that it is a private property. This has now become the biggest political controversy. Prime Minister's memorial and library member wrote a letter to Rahul Gandhi asking him to return the letters that Sonia had taken back in 51 cartons back in 2008. PMML member has asked the Gandhi family to return cartons containing private letters to former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, which were hastily taken away by Sonia Gandhi's aide in 2008 during UPA regime.
आज का प्रधानमंत्री संग्रहालय जो एक ज़माने में नेहरू मेमोरियल के नाम से जाना जाता था, वहाँ पर ये सारा कलेक्शन संग्रहित है। श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी के कहने पे उन्हीं के प्रतिनिधि ने ये विड्रॉ किया है। ये ऑफिशियल मिनट्स के अंदर ये पहली बार ये मेंशन किया गया है।
For the first time, it has been placed on record that Congress leader Sonia Gandhi has deputed someone to take away the Jawaharlal Nehru papers in 2008.
These letters were all there enclosed for scholars. Now, the very fact that they were closed for scholars means that the Congress and the Nehru family has to hide something. The question is, what is there to hide?
BJP took a dig at Congress, asking them what was written in those letters that Sonia is desperately trying to hide.
Property which was country's property before. I mean, these letters which Sonia Gandhi took back from the Nehru Memorial Museum and Library in 2008 were in possession of the country, were in possession of the library before 2008. These need not come to the public domain. What was the reason as to why Sonia Gandhi acted in this way?
The Congress calls it a diversionary tactic by the BJP.
We all know that the anger Godses have it on Gandhi and Nehru. It's a diversionary tactics from the real issue, and we will never allow the diversionary tactics. This is it's all known that Nehru's letter must be with the Nehru family, not with the Godse family.
देश साफ-साफ देख रहा है कि विपक्ष वर्तमान की परिस्थितियों को लेकर अपनी बात रखेगा और भाजपा अतीत को तोड़ मरोड़ कर गांधी परिवार को बदनाम करने की कोशिश करेगी.
Should the Nehru letters be made public again?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me put it very simply out here. Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. He was not elected Prime Minister. He was selected Prime Minister of India. And Edwina Mountbatten was the wife of Mountbatten, the Viceroy. Lady Mountbatten. And ladies and gentlemen, the fact is this, that there was a close relationship between Edwina Mountbatten and Jawaharlal Nehru. Very, very, very close platonic/romantic relationship. We don't need to be squeamish about it. It was a fact. And I don't say that he is doing a right thing, wrong thing. He had his own personal life. We are not discussing his personal life. Though the closeness is well documented, even Ratnakar Tripathi and Pankaj cannot deny it. Now the question is, there is a view, Ratnakar Tripathi, that she had an influence on Nehru and his policy making. Now you know and I know, and Kanchanda knows, that if a foreign woman of a departing colonial power influences the Prime Minister of India, who goes out of his way to accommodate her, even to the extent of deciding whether or not to take the Kashmir issue to the UN, then it is exactly the deep state. Am I right, Kanchanda? It is the deep state. Foreign influence over Congress party. Now that truth is in the letters. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, the letters should come out and you should have access to it. Everybody should. These are historical records with an impact on national politics. It's not an individual matter between two individuals. Should the Edwina Nehru letters come out to reveal whether there was a deep state operation in 1947 as well, post-1947? Ratnakar Tripathi, I want you to open on this issue, please. Thank you.
I pay my heartfelt condolence to Ustad Zakir Hussain first. And for all your speech, long BJP protected speech, I say just rubbish. What you talked is rubbish. Now let me tell you, there are enough chamchas who spread lie about Nehru, Congress and the people related to them. And I want BJP, the deep state parrot, Mr. Modi of China, and BJP to hand over the...
Strong objection to this kind of language.
Please,
I take strong objection to this kind of reckless language against the Prime Minister. Arnab, you need to moderate this.
Okay, one minute. We want to, 1 minute. Sanju, can you please wait a minute? Okay, I'm moderating this. Wait a minute. I know this is going to be a hot debate and I want to set some basic rules here. Sanju, listen to me. Please let me do this. Please, 1 minute. Now the issue is this. See, I'll tell you this. Ratnakar Tripathi, let us debate the Edwina Nehru letters.
I'm not going to follow your rules, sir.
Why won't you?
I'm not follow your rules. I am not your bandar and you are not a Madari.
No, but there is a Edwina Nehru letter.
Let me speak what I want.
These words like bandar and Madari are avoidable.
The part of China, Mr. Modi and BJP must produce the MOU between Chinese Communist Party of China. They did in 2011 in the leadership of Gadkari, and of 2019 they did in the leadership of Arun Singh and 11 members of parliament. And the statement which Vijay Chothaiwala related, we have a very good relation with Communist Party of China in 2011 when they were not in the, position. And now let me tell you one more thing. Mr. Goswami, you in the last debate told me you got more marks than me and you are a very good student. You might be a very good student. I am not a very good student.
Yeah.
I have cheated. And I am accepting it on the camera. Now let me tell you one more thing. Go and visit some museum and you will find the objects are not counted, weighing them. We don't say, we have a museum here, very rich museum in Banaras University, Bharat Kala Bhavan, find time to visit there. And you will find we don't write that we have 300 kg of spears and 600 kg of swords. No. What Rizwan Kadri said, 51 cartons of letter. Every object, even a millimeter nose pin, is documented with an accession number. So let them write if it is anything which has been taken allegedly, right? Which you say is the property of the PMML, they must file an FIR. Who gave it to them? Because
no,
once
you are.
property,
okay,
Arnab, can I please come in?
Just 1 minute.
No, please, no.
First, don't get worked up.
Might be your show, but you have said many wrong things. So let me tell you, there are laid down norms.
You are getting worked
how
up.
to accept anything and how to give back if there is any. So if this is the property, so-called letters are the property of the museum PMML, there must be some accession number. Write it down and the content, the headline, to what it refers to, and send it to the person concerned that you have. Who gave it to him? Who gave it? You cannot just convene a meeting and say it has been taken away. No, sir. That means
Question
the people
tonight
who are
is,
having that.
see,
Not
one minute. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Please remember one thing. And Sanju, before I come to you, there are a lot of people watching tonight's program. I'm giving the context. Nehru is Prime Minister and Lady Mountbatten does not have a great personal relationship with Lord Mountbatten. It is a known fact. 1 minute, why are you protecting the Mountbattens? I am talking about the Mountbattens. Aapko kya hai? Lady Mountbatten has a very troubled marriage with Lord Mountbatten. It's a fact. They have a troubled marriage.
Everything to the viewer.
They have a troubled marriage. They don't have a very good marriage. Lady and Lord Mountbatten and Lady Mountbatten has a close relationship with Jawaharlal Nehru. And there is an allegation that she.
It is about the documents, sir.
Yeah, why are you getting excited? Why are you defending the Mountbattens?
I'm not getting excited. I am just asking you why you are so insane. Why have you lost your sanity? Why have you lost your sanity? Why don't you talk about the documents?
I am perfectly calm. Today your blood pressure is about 400, 500. You be careful.
If a person is calm doesn't prove that he is sane. You just tell me about the documents, sir.
See, my point is about... Thank you, sir. I want to bring some other panelists also into the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, the letters were given to the Nehru Memorial Library in 1971 by Indira Gandhi for safekeeping. Not as a permanent gift. Now, my point is, and I want to bring Sanju and then Kanchanda into the debate. Sonia Gandhi, it is alleged, took away the letters in 2008 along with other items. Now, this is part of my country's history, good or bad. This is part of my country's history, good or bad. I am an Indian citizen. You don't own my country's history and you don't own my country. And I want to research and do scholarship on my country's history.
Spread lies, Arnab Goswami ji. Don't spread lies. There is nothing inside the museum in the world, anywhere, temporary.
Arnab, you have to
Temporary.
blame this man.
You can laugh because you don't know about the museums, na? The only museum you know is BJP Daftar, headquarter of the BJP. Nothing else.
What is the name of Mountbatten's daughter, sir? Would you tell me?
Why will I tell you?
You don't even know that. You are so unaware.
You have done enough research in your own word and
I never speak without research. What is the name of her daughter?
No, you have. You just tell me the accession
What is the
number
name of the daughter? Pamela
and
Hicks is the name.
No. You can't misguide the viewers. You can't misguide the viewers.
Oh my God.
Go and visit museum and then have the debate. Visit any museum.
I don't know why.
No. Why are you laughing, sir?
I don't know. This is so amusing. You're getting so worked up. I didn't even say anything is wrong. I just said Mountbatten and Lady Mountbatten had a bad marriage and Nehru and Edwina were very close.
The documents, and you are saying I'm being worked.
I said reveal the letters. They are part of my country's history. It is my country. मेरे देश के इतिहास के बारे में मैं जानना चाहता हूँ. आपकी personal property नहीं है. आपकी personal property नहीं है.
आपको सिर्फ बीजेपी
सजग है लोग. People are aware.
Who spread lies?
क्यों ले गए? वापस दीजिए.
आप मुझे बताइए.
वापस दीजिए.
क्या आपके दफ्तर से कोई आदमी बिना चोरी किए ले जा सकता है पिन?
वही तो सवाल है ना कि 2008. Okay, Sanju, he's saying we have not taken away the letters. He's saying letters थे ही नहीं. He's saying letters थे ही नहीं.
हाँ, अंदर नहीं थे.
नहीं थे.
Now, you know, we are 23 minutes into the debate and we've heard Ratnakar Tripathi, who's been speaking incoherently, making zero sense. I think it's high time for him now to keep quiet and listen to the other side. Okay. First and foremost, let's get this very clear. The BJP is not interested in the personal relationship that Pandit Nehru had with supposedly Edwina Mountbatten. That is nobody's concern, whether it was an intimate relationship or a platonic relationship or a romantic relationship.
Exactly.
You know, the current BJP dispensation does not care. But what is very important and what every bona fide Indian citizen should care about is the fact that between 2008 and 2010, 51 cartons containing umpteen letters written by Nehru to Edwina Mountbatten were at the behest of Sonia Gandhi. Between 2008 and 2010, they were removed from the Prime Minister's museum and library. Point number one. Point number two, the allegation that these letters were removed has not come from the BJP. It has come from Rizwan Kadri. Rizwan Kadri, who heads the Prime Minister's museum and library. Point number three, which Arnab, you yourself mentioned. Pamela Hicks, the daughter of Edwina Mountbatten, has on record stated that there was an intimate relationship between Nehru and her mother, Edwina Mountbatten, which currently is not the topic of discussion. The main topic of discussion is this. Why is it that Sonia Gandhi was using the parliament as her personal fiefdom? We are now aware that Sonia Gandhi was the co-chairperson of FDL-AP, Forum for Democratic Leaders in the Asia Pacific. FDL-AP was linked to OCCRP. OCCRP is funded by Open Society Foundation. Open Society Foundation is owned by George Soros. So basically, what I want to emphasize is that Sonia Gandhi and her links with the deep state are out there in the public domain. And more importantly, this time it is not BJP which needs to answer. It is the Congress which needs to answer why were letters removed. The Congress that needs to answer and has still not come clean as to what was the MOU that Rajiv Gandhi Foundation signed with the Chinese way back in 2008. It is Sonia Gandhi and her Darbaris on national TV who accuse Arnab Goswami of being the Madari. Sonia Gandhi's acolytes need to answer as to why Harsh Mandar, who was working for Open Society Foundation as one of their trustee members, also happened to be one of the key members of the National Advisory
1 minute, let's go to the
Council,
Edwina Mountbatten and Nehru
the
story.
proxy that was running the UPA.
You can't control such
according to official records presented at the PMML's annual general meeting, I'm reading from a report, a part of these letters were given to NMML, Nehru Memorial Library, in 1971. Now, Kanchan Gupta, how do we know they were taken away by Sonia Gandhi in 2008? How can you prove that? That Sonia Gandhi just went in one day and took away the letters?
There is a system in place which sort of tracks every time an item goes out of the museum. But in this case, obviously that system was not followed. You must remember, you should keep in mind, it was 2008 and Sonia Gandhi was chairman of the NAC. She was the super prime minister. And nobody would dare ask her for a receipt or anything. Now, there are three parts to these letters. One, the fact is 51 letters packed in 51 cartons were removed. Now, it doesn't mean that they have to be 20,000 letters or 30,000 letters. They could have been segregated subject-wise, date-wise, year-wise, and it comes to 51 cartons. Number one. Number two, for people to suggest that there was no relationship between Pandit Nehru and Edwina is totally absurd. I can quote what her daughter Pamela had to say about the relationship, and she says it in a book, a published book, and she says that the relationship was very profound. It was a profound relationship between mom and Pandit Nehru. She also goes on to say that that Edwina Mountbatten found in Nehru qualities which were lacking in Lord Mountbatten. Now, what those qualities are, we need not get into. And the third point is that you must remember, wait a minute, I never interrupt, please. This is not the first time that letters have been removed by Sonia Gandhi. She had removed letters written by Indira Gandhi to Jawaharlal Nehru when he was in jail. She had taken them out and she produced a book, Letters from a Daughter to Her Father, which was quote-unquote edited by Sonia Gandhi, and it was published. So she is in the habit of removing documents from what was earlier NMML, and now it is the Prime Minister's museum.
Presume and assume that they were taken away. Please don't say that. Because she was so-called extra-constitutional authority.
I don't think I want to be distracted by what you have to say. You are just a loud-mouthed person.
One letter or 1,000 letters.
Now, Arnab, you must also remember that earlier there were controversies.
No, I wish to see.
Cannot just delete the accession number.
I'll only reveal Pankaj and Ratnakar Tripathi. As Ratnakar Tripathi has complimented me for my research, and I accept I'm much better than him and always will be. You see, when Nehru made a farewell speech for Edwina, just listen to the letter, listen to what he said. Dr. Birendranath Prasad of JNU, please listen to what he said. I want to discuss Edwina. I want to discuss Edwina's influence on Nehru. Kya buri baat hai?
Don't act like it. Say it, you want to discuss the relation. Why are you saying that the documents were taken out?
I don't want to discuss the relation, but I want to know what light the letters reveal on the history of my country. What I know...
Dr. Goswami, Mr. Kanchan Gupta is not Bhagwan.
Kanchan Gupta, I never said he's Bhagwan. Did I call him Bhagwan? Did I call him Bhagwan? Anyone heard me call him Bhagwan?
Yes, like Modi ji said, he is Bhagwan. There is a procedure of documentation in the museum. And you are saying that for 17 years,
Birendranath Prasad, one of the very interesting when Pamela, Pamela Hicks writes in her book about her mother, Edwina Mountbatten. Pamela Hicks writes, okay, and he writes that when Nehru was so sad when Edwina was leaving, Nehru was so sad when the British were leaving, so sad that he gave a speech for Edwina. In the speech, please listen to this, Sanju, very interesting, he said, Edwina, wherever you have gone, whenever you have gone, you have brought great solace You, Edwina, have brought hope. You, Edwina, have brought encouragement. Is it surprising, Edwina, therefore, that the people of India love you? The people of India love you, love the wife of the Viceroy.
It just indicates that you
And look up to you, Edwina, as one of themselves. You are one of us, Edwina. And they are grieving that you are going. Nehru says the people of India are in grief that Edwina Mountbatten is going. I don't know whether people of India are in grief or Nehru was in grief. These are realities. I have not presented the realities. I want the letters to be made public. Birendra Nath Prasad. Birendra Nath Prasad of JNU, what do you think, sir? Should the letters be made public?
Sir, in every mature democracy, there is a rule that after 30 or 40 years, all documents are declassified and they are made available to the public.
Correct.
That is the rule in US, rule in many other democracies. So we don't know why there is such a problem in making letters related, documents related to our prime ministers, not just Pandit Nehru, but also other prime ministers. They should be made available to the public for greater research.
Mr. Prasad, personal properties are never really revealed.
Prime Minister is not a
I need to come in here, Arnab.
No, Birendra, I'll come to you, Sanju. Let Professor respond. Professor Prasad, yes?
See, Prime Minister's office is
1 minute, Ratnakar Tripathi, listen to Professor Prasad. This is getting very hot.
Things have been taken away.
being private.
No.
A Prime Minister's office is very public office. He
File
was
the
writing
FIR that the things have been taken
Minister.
away illegally. Those were there. Have you visited the museum? I am just asking one thing, sir.
You know, this
You
man
all
is derailing the
I
debate.
am taking it to a broader level.
Dr. Birendranath Prasad, louder, please.
Apart from
Dr.
making
Professor did not interrupt when you were
Dr. Goswami reads a book of
Sir,
Pamela Hicks.
hardly
And
let
same
me
thing is done
speak.
by Kanchan Gupta. And now you are saying
Hardly
all the
let me
documents are revealed
sir?
after 20 years.
Sir, will you
have
allow
those
me to
documents in the
speak?
museum.
Sir, will you allow me to speak?
Read your grandfather's letter to us.
Arnab, can you moderate the
allow me
debate?
to
Can others
speak,
also
Dr.
make their
Tripathi.
points? Or is this going to be a monologue by this Rahul Gandhi Darbari? Is this going to be a monologue by this Rahul Gandhi Darbari?
My dear Champi of Modi ji,
Dr. Tripathi, kindly allow
my dear
others
Champi
to
of Modi
speak.
ji, don't blame
अरे
me for
शांत हो
that.
जाइए आता जाता आपको कुछ है नहीं You did not even know that the name of Edwina Mountbatten's daughter was Pamela Hicks. After Arnab Goswami mentioned, you are now blabbering about Pamela Hicks. शांत हो जाइए आता जाता कुछ है नहीं बस डिबेट पर आकर नरेंद्र मोदी के खिलाफ अनाप शनाप बोलना है That is all that you do 24/7. अनपढ़ गवार की तरह बात करना बंद करिए
No person should be beyond scrutiny. That is the basic rule we follow as a historian. There are many things which happened, unfortunately, during that decade. Kashmir problem, half of Bangladesh was willing to come to India. This Jessore Khulla, their Hindu majority area, Chittagong Hill Tract, the Buddhist Raja was willing to merge with India.
The matter is that
They were just gifted away, Tibet was sacrificed. So there are many things we need to know what our Prime Minister working on his own mind or he was under some influence.
I wish to ask
I'm
her.
not asking as person,
I wish
because
to.
it was not an
I wish to ask her. You see the historical significance part. Listen to me. As per some of the letters accessed from the Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund, Volume 15, Series 1, page 65, there is an instance where Nehru describes the firing on over 400 Hindu peasants in Bihar as a matter that particularly relieved him. This was allegedly written by Nehru in a letter to Padmaja Naidu, who was the daughter of Sarojini Naidu.
So you are changing the topic from the...
No, you listen to me.
No,
You see,
tell me
in November
that the topic
1946,
Rizwan
I'm not changing. I want all the letters out, including the letters between Nehru and Padmaja Naidu.
Explain.
I want the letters out. I want to understand the true mind of this family. Because Nehru's approach was, Nehru had such a pro-British approach. Be quiet, please. He said, I learnt that the military had fired on a peasant mob in rural areas some miles from here, and about 400 had been killed. Normally, such a thing would have horrified me. But would you believe it? I was greatly relieved to hear it.
Dr. Goswami, you don't have any answer for those letters.
These are the
don't
words,
have any answer for
words
those
of Nehru.
Arnab, can I just complete
Can I
what
please
I was
make a
trying to
point
say
now?
before this person jumped in? You know, we don't know what all the letters are about. Supposing there are 1,000 letters.
Yes.
100 of them could be between him and Edwina Mountbatten. Another 100 could be between him and Padmaja Naidu.
Yeah.
The world knows that Padmaja
Again,
Naidu
I am
and he
interrupting Dr. Gupta.
shared
You are
a very
assuming.
special relationship.
You are just assuming. You are not.
We need
give
to
the
know.
facts.
And number two, for
not.
any
You give the
person who
facts,
holds
Dr.
a public
Gupta.
office, this concept of personal correspondence does not exist. I mean, you look around the world, letters come into the public domain. They do not make a person big or small, they just tell you more about the person. And the last point is, when you talk about Nehru's
37 years.
mindset,
Given by Indira
Nehru
in
also wrote a
1971,
letter.
and
आप सुन लीजिए जरा, आप जरा सुनिए. This man was capable of saying a lot of things. He wrote a letter to B.C. Roy saying, do not let Bengali Hindus come in from East Pakistan. And he cut the funding for West Bengal to stop them. So that was the kind of mind he had. पता पता तो कुछ है नहीं, पढ़े तो कुछ हो नहीं, एक भी लेटर के बारे में मालूम नहीं है. इतने circular letters
I would like to get Sanju Verma, and in a minute I'll go across to Rizwan Kadri, the member of Prime Minister's Museum and Library who wrote the letter to Rahul Gandhi. Welcome to the program. Before that, Sanju.
Thank you.
Many others.
You know, Arnab, Arnab, can I please? Arnab,
Yes.
Let me make one thing very clear. As Kanchan Gupta rightly said, this is not just about letters shared between Pandit Nehru and Edwina Mountbatten. Now we are given to understand that there were letters shared between Nehru and Jayaprakash Narayan, Nehru and Rajendra Prasad, Nehru and Padmaja Naidu, Nehru and Govind Vallabh Pant. And let's be very clear about one thing. If you recall, when the declassification of Netaji files happened, we came to know that for more than a decade, Pandit Nehru was spying on Subhash Chandra Bose. You know, there were claims made by Netaji Bose's daughter Anita Bose, Netaji's nephew Sisir Bose, and Netaji's wife Emily Schenkel, who said that Netaji was spied upon and Nehru used the intelligence bureau officials like his personal fear gun. We also know that there was an exchange between Nehru and Govind Vallabh Pant when Nehru asked Govind Vallabh Pant not to ensure that any kind of celebration takes place on the disputed Ram Janmabhoomi temple. Don't forget, Govind Vallabh Pant at that time was the chief minister of Northwestern Frontier Province, which is largely known as Uttar Pradesh today. We are also aware that Nehru wrote letters to various chief ministers saying, do not attend Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's funeral ceremony after his death. We are also aware that Nehru wrote letters to K.M. Munshi and Rajendra Prasad saying state funds should not be used for the beautification and rejuvenation of Somnath Mandir. We are also aware that Nehru wrote letters to various congressmen asking them to thwart attempts made by B.R. Ambedkar to enter parliament in 1952 and 54, post which Baba Saheb Ambedkar entered parliament via the Rajya Sabha route. So there are umpteen exchanges between Nehru and various politicians and peers of that time which do not put Nehru in flattering light. So I think the most important point here is not just about Nehru's exchanges with his peers and Edwina Mountbatten, but was Nehru culpable of moral turpitude? Because the Representation of People's Act 1951 and the Supreme Court clearly say that any politician who is accused of moral turpitude should step down. Moral turpitude means sexual misconduct. Moral turpitude means fraud. Moral turpitude means breach of trust. Moral turpitude means using your political position to curry personal favors. So my limited point is
Nehru letters, middle. Okay, one minute. This is, Ratnakar and Pankaj, one after the other. You can respond. Then I'm going to Rizwan Kadri. Rizwan Kadri is with us tonight. He's the person, a scholar, member of the Prime Minister's Museum and Library, who has written the letter to Rahul Gandhi. Now, the focus is on the Edwina letters, but you claim that Sonia Gandhi took away the letters. Do you have evidence to back this? And the second point is, why should these letters be made public? Rizwan Kadri, please.
जी, ये नेहरू मेमोरियल क्यों बना था उसको पहले समझना। पहले प्रधानमंत्री की स्मृति में ये संस्था बनी थी, उनका इतिहास प्रेम हम सब जानते हैं। उन्होंने अपनी बेटी को जो पत्र लिखे थे वो भी सब सार्वजनिक कोई ग्रंथ के तौर पे संकलित करके प्रसिद्ध हुए हैं। तो यहाँ पर जितना भी नेहरू जी का कलेक्शंस था वो संग्रहित हुआ। उसके साथ साथ आप देखेंगे तो आजादी के संग्राम में जिन योद्धाओं ने योगदान दिया, जो सेना नायकों ने योगदान दिया, उन सभी का कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस भी यहाँ पर ही रखा गया है। जैसे कलेक्टेड वर्क्स ऑफ महात्मा गांधी जब तैयार हुआ तो उसके लिए जो भी कलेक्शन इकट्ठा किया गया था वो सब यहाँ पर है। अगर हम देखें तो महादेव देसाई की डायरी है, वो तो हम कह सकते हैं पर्सनल डायरी है जी, नहीं। अगर गांधी जी को जानना है, समझना है, तो सबसे बड़ा सोर्स है वो महादेव भाई का डायरी है। उसकी 23 डायरीज पब्लिश हुए, बाकी की डायरीज आज तक पब्लिक डोमेन में नहीं रखी गई, पब्लिश नहीं हुई है, मगर वो सारी डायरीज यहाँ दिन मूर्ति भवन में यानी कि प्रधानमंत्री संग्रहालय में आज उपलब्ध है। तो 2019 से कंटिन्यूअस हम डिमांड करते रहे। हमारे एजीएम में हमारे बुजुर्ग साथी सदस्य राम बहादुर राय जी ने भी बताया कि पास्ट में उन्होंने और वो जमाने के तत्कालीन संसद सभ्य मदन लाल खुराना जी ने एक पुलिस कंप्लेन किया था, क्योंकि नेहरू मेमोरियल संस्थान ने ही इंग्लैंड से एडविना माउंटबेटन की जो बेटी के पास ये जो ओरिजिनल उनका कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस था वो लाने के लिए उसका जो कुछ भी खर्चा हुआ था वो सारा इस संस्थान से ही भेजा गया था। यानी कि इसकी ओनरशिप तो इस संस्थान की थी और उन्होंने डोनेट किया था किसी व्यक्ति को नहीं, नेहरू जी से जुड़े हुए इस शोध प्रतिष्ठान को ये ओरिजिनल कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस डोनेट किया था। यानी कि बरसों तक ये राम बहादुर राय जी और मदन लाल खुराना जी के प्रयास के बाद इस संस्थान के अंदर ये कलेक्शन था। 2008 तक ये पूरा कलेक्शन इसी शोध संस्थान के अंदर था। इस संस्थान की पहचान भी उसके रिसर्च की वजह से, एकेडमिक एक्टिविटी की वजह से और यहाँ पर संग्रहित जो बहुत बड़ा कलेक्शन था इसकी वजह से इसकी पहचान दुनिया भर में रही है। तो अचानक क्या हुआ कि इसको बाइफरकेट कर दिया गया कि ये प्राइवेट कलेक्शन है। कोई भी प्रधानमंत्री के साथ जो भी कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस होता है वो पर्सनल कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस उसको नहीं कह सकते, वो पब्लिक डोमेन में ही आता है। तो कंटिन्यूअस हमने उसका डिमांड किया और इसके साथ साथ एक महत्वपूर्ण चीज ये है कि ये कलेक्शन के अंदर से काफी सारी चीजें मिसिंग थी। बरसों पहले हमने भी देखा था एक बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति पेपर श्रेडर मशीन से पुरानी फाइल्स में से पन्नों को निकालते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, देखते हैं और फाड़ देते थे, डिस्ट्रॉय करते थे। तो उसके पीछे का मकसद क्या था? हमने डिमांड किया कि इसका भी फॉरेंसिक ऑडिटिंग किया जाए और उसके साथ साथ इसके पीछे की उनकी क्या मंशा थी उसकी भी इंक्वायरी की जाए। तो ये बहुत बड़ा जो बात थी।
ये देखिए बड़ी बात कही है इन्होंने कि कोई प्राइवेट या व्यक्तिगत नहीं होता। देखिए कुछ छुपाना है क्या रत्नाकर जी? पंकज जी कुछ छुपाने की कोशिश?
प्राइवेट या व्यक्तिगत नहीं होता।
पंकज जी, पंकज,
you know,
yes,
do you know that the wife of the prime minister applied for a passport? Application was rejected on the grounds that she did not produce a marriage certificate or joint affidavit to prove that she is married to the person who happens to be the prime minister. So this lady filed an RTI application seeking details about the marriage related documents husband submitted to get his passport.
Can I request you to tell me why these letters? No, the question you need to make is, and Sanju and Kanchan are here, you see, why hide the Nehru private letters? Reveal them. No, because the more you are trying to hide it, the more public interest is growing in them. Isn't it right, Kanchanda? The more you hide, the more people will want it to be out.
People will speculate, they will conjure stories, they will conjure theories, and Congress is perfectly okay with it. Instead of returning the letters and saying, well, have a look at them, this is what they say. Now, as I said, that this is not the first time Nehru's letters have been removed. Sonia Gandhi has earlier removed Indira Gandhi's letters written to her father when he was in jail. She removed them from the same place, the Nehru Memorial Library.
Yeah.
And she put it out as her own book, as if she did a great research with her name on the cover. So this is like saying that, you know, Nehru's manuscript of his autobiography was his personal paper.
आपको मैं कह सकता हूँ कंचन गुप्ता जी कि आप पैदाइशी जुटते हैं।
पैदाइशी?
आप अपने जितनी बात आपने बोली उसके पक्ष में एक भी चीज नहीं पेश कर पाए। आपने कुछ नहीं दिखा। और माननीय रिजवान कादरी जी, म्यूजियम साधारण भंडारगृह नहीं होता है कि वहां जाके कुछ
कंचन गुप्ता, कंचन,
I don't need to prove anything to you. You are a
मुझे
nobody.
आपसे चाहिए भी नहीं, मुझे किसी भी झूठे आदमी से कोई भी चीज नहीं चाहिए।
Okay. If you do not accept what I am saying, you have to prove it. I don't have to prove it.
I think the letters should be made public. I think there is too much speculation on them. I think scholars have spoken about it. Letters cannot be claimed to be in the private domain. Declassified letters of prime ministers and government, even intelligence officials, are allowed to come out. But there is a point to it. You see, viewers, now another prop show happened in Parliament today. I thank a few of our panelists. Sanju, please stay on, Ratnakar Tripathi and Pankaj, because another prop show happened in Parliament today. And Priyanka Vadra joined the pro-Palestine group. You see this, you saw, viewers, what happened when Owaisi said Jai Philistine. And today, she carried a pro-Palestine bag. Can we hand the pictures, please? Full frame. I don't know what point she was trying to make. Maybe she's trying to do some vote bank politics here. But she's gone around with a bag with Palestine, Palestine, Palestine flag, Palestine written all over it, showing it off. And people became curious, what is she doing? She was posing around with the bag. She was showing it to the media deliberately as if she was trying to make a political point. Now, it's not been a particularly spectacular start for Priyanka in Parliament, but she is now taking a pro-Palestine position. She's got a lot of support from Pakistan. By the way, Ratnakar Tripathi, and she's going around showing this Palestine bag. That picture should stay on the screen. What is she trying to do? What is she trying to do here, Ratnakar Tripathi? What is this?
You have concluded what is she trying to do?
What is she trying to do? It's not serious politicians don't do this.
Oh, this might be your assumption. She is doing it.
What is she doing?
She's at her liberty. You don't control her.
Yeah, she's at liberty, but what is the point she's making?
Why didn't you ask the government of India, why did they vote in the favor of Palestine?
No, is there nothing...
Can I please come in? I don't know why you get this illiterate guy on your show.
In the United
Am I supposed
Nations.
to listen to this illiterate guy and debate with him?
Please. I am not here to listen.
And you're giving him a free run. You're giving a free run to this illiterate
Ratnakar, let me ask you, Ratnakar ji, 1 minute. Let me ask Sanju one. Sanju, is this an important issue?
You know, Arnab, let's be very
You've been
clear.
raising it politically. Is it an important issue whether Pakistan... Yes, Pakistan is supporting her. Fawad and all these Pakistani leaders have been tweeting for Priyanka Vadra. And she's making a political point.
Arnab,
but is it necessary? Is she trying to... Is it also a publicity gimmick by her? You must think about it.
I think you have absolutely nailed it. She is a publicity monger. And I think she thrives on publicity. Let's be very clear. This is the same Priyanka Vadra whose heart beats for Gaza, whose heart beats for Palestinians. We all, say that we believe in the two-nation theory, but we do not support Hamas. Have you ever seen Priyanka Vadra say one word against Hamas? No. Have you seen Priyanka Vadra say one word against Sandesh Khali? No, but she will try and run to Sambhal, breaking police barricades. This is the same Priyanka Vadra who took the support of Jamaat-e-Islami, a radical Islamist outfit, when she contested the Wayanad elections. This is the same Priyanka Vadra whose party takes the help of SDPI in Karnataka elections. SDPI is the political wing of PFI. PFI ko ban kisne kiya? Modi Sarkar ne in 2022. And what did Priyanka Vadra do then? She was shedding copious tears. Ki PFI ko ban kyun kiya?
Why did she?
Let's not forget that.
No. My question is, Ratnakar Tripathi, if Priyanka is trying to take a pro-Palestine position, then what about the attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh? Is she only for the Muslim constituency?
Kashmiri genocide.
Is she only cultivating a Muslim constituency?
Genocide of Hindus in Bangladesh. She will not speak about Hindus being butchered.
Yeah, one minute. Sanju, here is response to my question. Is she only trying to build a Muslim vote bank?
But she will mollycoddle radical Islamists. She will mollycoddle radical Islamists.
Okay, let him respond. I have limited time. It's also not. Okay, yeah.
हिंदुओं के लिए तो कभी दर्द उमड़ते नहीं देखा प्रियंका वाड्रा के दिल में. बांग्लादेशी हिंदूज के लिए कभी आपके दिल में प्यार नहीं देखा.
Quick response from Ratnakar. 1 minute. I have limited time. Thank you, Sanju. Ratnakar ji, please respond. Thank you.
Agar Sanju Verma ji, if she is carrying a bag written Palestine, she is just supporting India's stand on Palestine. The Indian government recently voted for Palestine motion in United Nations. Why you flip-flop? Why you flip-flop, Sanju Verma? Why don't you ask your mentors to take a right stand?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the other big story today and is that basically some Pakistani support building up for Priyanka Vadra. Unspectacular start to a parliamentary career, but the image of the day, her flaunting quite visibly, maybe for media attention, a Palestine ban. Why a Palestine ban? I'm sure Owaisi will support. I'm sure Owaisi will support Priyanka. But is this all you can do? Is this all you can do? The nation wants to know. And viewers, it's been a fantastic start to the week. We have a lot of fiery subjects coming up. I just told there's been some tension in Jamia. We're tracking that story for breaking news, streaming, and a lot more. It's only and only the Republic Media Network. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university in the recently released Education World Rankings. A testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked standards in education.